was awful. That was even worse than I could have imagined. I don't want to make the wrong decision.
Maybe that's why we were fighting.
So that brings me to the wedding venue we chose.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in. Okay, sometimes this early in the morning, your voice simply does not work. But good morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. Would like to say it's a good morning, but it's actually not. I have a very serious problem. My story this morning is on the gas prices and just how high they are and how you can save money. And for one of my live shots, what I didn't realize is I'm going to be showing my phone. I'm going to be showing an app, Gas Buddy, get it, to see the lowest prices. And I realized I didn't have my nails painted. My nails looked awful. So I decided to very quickly give them a little painting. That's my first mistake. You should never very quickly paint your nails. Do you see this? Okay, so I almost feel like it would look better with my nails not painted at all than this mess that this is about to be on TV, but it's too late now. Like there's no time to back out. I mean, I have to leave. I should have left 5 minutes ago, to be honest. So that's what I'm dealing with this morning. We are, you know what? I don't wear my engagement ring right now because it doesn't fit, as you guys know. We still have to get the actual ring in, but I am going to wear it this morning to kind of just serve as maybe a distraction to the awfulness of my nails. Let's see, slip it. Okay, you see, that's why I don't wear it. It's just, gosh, do I even want to risk it? I just don't want, no, putting her back in the box. We're not risking it. I would never forgive myself, whatever. People are just gonna have to deal with it. This is what I like to call authenticity. We keep things real. Outfit of the day, you guys know the drill. We've got the parka, the turtleneck, and of course the Sperry boots with the wool socks. This is what I wear pretty much every day, just a different turtleneck. A lot of you guys ask where I get these from, by the way. This one's clearly way too short. I don't know, maybe I washed it in a trunk, but this is from Land's End. They have the best turtlenecks. Although I do have to say, if I were to go back and do it all over again, I would only get the cashmere ones. I know that sounds bougie, but you can get them at Christmas time for like half off. This one's like, it's not like as soft, like it's fine. But when you put on that cashmere turtleneck, nothing beats it.
Now, as you just heard, the U.S. is now banning Russian oil imports. It's another way the war in Ukraine is causing gas prices to skyrocket.
There are a few ways you can still save at the pump, and Local 12's Clancy Burke is in Oakley this morning to give us some tips. Morning, Clancy.
Good morning, Sheila. Coming here this morning, I actually felt scared. I mean, each and every day, it seems like the gas prices creep up and up and up, and I don't know how high they can go. I mean, here in Oakley, we're sitting at $4.09 a gallon. There's nothing you can do about that, but luckily, there are a few ways you can save money, starting with you should be picky. Unfortunately, you have that opportunity. If I pull this up on my phone right now, this is an app that's free to use. It's called Gas Buddy, and it shows me all of the gas stations within about a 3-mile radius and their prices. So, for example, about 3 miles away, they're sitting at 3.95 cents a gallon. Then it goes to 3.99, and then right after that, it's pretty depressing. It jumps up to over $4 a gallon. Okay, I think it ended up looking okay on air. I just really tried not to show my fingers too much, but I've been telling myself for years, I'm going to be one of those girls who gets their nails done every 2 weeks, always looks great. I just physically can't bring myself to do it. Like, I just, like, the idea of, I don't know, like, spending all that money, it just freaks me out. Anyway, one thing I did want to say, oh my gosh, there's a man just standing there. One thing I did want to say and admit is that I actually started this vlog last Friday, and it's Wednesday. I recorded a clip, popped my memory card in my laptop just to look over the footage and kind of just import it, took one look at it and decided I can't use any of this.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. It's actually a Friday night. I'm in the kitchen whipping up some dinner, as I do. You guys already know what's on the menu. You know it. We've got the asparagus, the potatoes, yes, that is plural. I plan to eat both of those, and then I got the air fryer going because I'm going to be whipping up some chicken as well, but that's not all.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but immediately starting the vlog, like, I sound so reporter. Welcome back, it's Friday. Like, that just annoyed me so much. Like, I try not to do that. I think sometimes, like, I enunciate and I like things to be in a specific order, but I do want my vlogs to be super casual. Like, I am casual, right? Like, we're sitting back in my car relaxing, but yeah, sometimes I feel like when I talk, I do enunciate a lot, and I got feedback one time. This is seriously just one comment I received, but I do take constructive criticism seriously. If you leave me a comment saying you're ugly, I don't care. I'm not going to get a face transplant. There's nothing I can do about that. If you leave me a comment saying, this is how you can change your makeup, and it's in a kind way, I will take that to heart. And so someone left me a comment months ago saying they loved watching my vlogs, but they would like me to be more casual and not so reporter mode. They wrote this whole long thing. Shout out if it's you. And it was tough to read. I was sad. I was like, oh shoot, it's never fun reading constructive criticism, but I was like, man, I see exactly what they're talking about. And so, yeah, that is my goal. I do want to, okay, I'm going to keep playing that little, it's just a small little clip from Friday because I do want to catch you up to speed.
I just made my famous banana oatmeal cookies, and they're not for myself. These are actually for Zach because he comes home today. He was in Montana for a week. Get some brownie points, you know, so I did this little sign, this little note, welcome home. And then I picked up this random ribbon. And I don't know, I feel like I just want to do more things like this, like just spontaneous, kind things where it doesn't have to be a birthday or Christmas. You guys know I'm not good at those presents anyway.
Clancy, please don't be upset. Clancy, oh my god.
So maybe this is better when it's just spontaneous and there's no pressure. But yeah, so I thought this would be just really nice for him to return home to because it is going to be a long travel day for him. And can we just all agree, there's nothing worse than traveling. Yeah, when you're there, it's kind of amazing, but getting to and from is just awful. For those of you wondering, there are just 5 ingredients. It's oats, dates, vanilla extract, vegetable oil, and of course bananas. And then I did add a few peanuts for him because I just thought it'd be a nice gesture adding something I can't eat to show him hey, these really are just for you. Oh shoot, this won't shut. Where there is a will, there is a way.
The cookies were a hit. I think he ate almost all of them by now, which is always good news. And I'm just going to be doing a few more live shots here at the gas station. Then I have an 8:45 shoot about 45 minutes away, which is not good timing with these gas prices. I'm trying not to drive so far away, but duty calls.
Today for lunch, I'm getting crazy. I'm trying a new frozen, I was about to call it a frozen treat. This is not a treat, but just a frozen lunch. It's called riced cauliflower stir fry, but I would never just have this. I mean, that'd be insane. I think there's I don't know how many calories, but definitely not enough to fill me up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix quinoa with it and chicken, and let us see if I end up liking it. I couldn't fit the chicken in the bowl, but this is pretty freaking good if I do say so myself. I really like the idea of just mixing the two. I feel like you could even add rice if you wanted, brown rice, but yeah, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Outfit of the night. I'm just wearing my oversized Balloon Festival t-shirt. We've got the sweats from Nordstrom Rack. And I can't tell you how many oversized t-shirts I have just from being a news reporter because I feel like for every event I cover, they always hand me a t-shirt, which is so nice. And I have an obsession with oversized t-shirts, but it's always that moment of truth as they're handing it. There are 2 types of oversized t-shirts. Some of them just don't feel the best, they almost feel stiff. Others, like this one, oh my gosh, and I need it to be large. I hate when they're size small or medium. I'm no, give me the XL. I love how I sound I'm so demanding. Guys, I promise I am thankful, I am grateful. Ooh, you can hear Zach, he's actually coming back from a trip at Kroger. Let's see how it is. Let's bombard him right now. I was just vlogging. Let's see what you got. Wow, we're really putting him on the spot.
Food haul.
Let's see.
Better hope it's healthy. Well, this is the caffeine train. So Clancy got me one of these one day and it was good. What I've been doing instead of coffee is these hydro waters, I guess. So just Kroger makes caffeinated water. I got this little Eli's Barbecue, pulled pork. Eli's is a Cincinnati barbecue company. So they make these little package things they sell at Kroger, which are pretty good. Some blackberries.
Yuck.
Some peanuts.
Oh, yum.
I haven't had these in a while and Clancy likes to steal these.
Okay, I'm not going to, and I have in the past. I stole it one time. It was very...
More than once.
Yeah, maybe more than once. Because they're so good. They're the Power Crunch chocolate mint. Oh my gosh. I can't even. These are so freaking good. Don't keep them out of my sight.
My favorite,
those are
Harvest
good.
Snaps.
More berries.
So
I hate berries.
blueberries.
I think they're so disgusting.
These are my favorite things that I think have become everybody's favorite because I can't get them on the weekends. It's these ratio protein yogurts.
Frozen meals,
and
we
then
love
just
them.
my frozen veggie meals.
We got the powered one. We got a vegetable stir fry.
Clancy and I's favorite veggie
yeah.
pasta.
Veggie pasta with the marinara sauce. I love that. More stir fry.
The noodles one is my favorite. Everybody's favorite.
Green peas.
Another thing I haven't had in a while.
Oh, ahi
Tuna.
tuna.
I'd have to say, I didn't get busted doing anything too bad.
He's busted.
It's like Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Not with that bod. We know you're not eating tarts.
I still eat Pop-Tarts.
Well, okay, obviously you are, but not like a full diet of breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
As for my little haul, I wanted to show you guys. I recently did some shopping because I had to use up my makeup allowance. As you guys know, if you've been here a while, I get a hair and makeup allowance and then a clothing allowance with the news. I used up my clothing allowance, but now it is on to the good stuff, the makeup. I love this. I just basically stocked up on all of my favorites, so I wanted to show you guys because these are holy grail items. They will make you look amazing. They will transform your face. Like, I am just so obsessed. And I can't even remember what I bought. I just know I bought all my favorites. So let's see, number one. Okay, that's ironic. The first thing I've never tried before, but I want to try. Oh no. Well, what? That is wonderful. Oh, okay. I got like a free, I guess like a freebie item because I was like, I didn't order this. I don't know what this is. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. So I guess I can give this a shot, but I didn't order this. This isn't the one I normally use. And it's like a mini. Okay, so that makes sense that they gave this to me for free. I just got a little bit worried. And then they also gifted me an Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag Mascara. I'll give it a shot, but honestly, the Better Than Sex Mascara by Too Faced, like, nothing beats that in my book as of now. As for what I really did order from Anastasia Beverly Hills, it is their Brow Wiz. I get it in the shade Soft Brown. Obsessed with this stuff. I just think it is the perfect shade for my hair and complexion, and not to mention it's just like the perfect consistency. I also got, and this is something I'm going to be trying for the first time, their Tinted Brow Gel. I'm very into the Tinted Brow Gel lately. I forget what brand I had been using, but it makes a big difference in just holding your eyebrows down because there's nothing worse in my opinion than messy brows. I don't know how that's a trend. I don't know how some people like the bushy brow look. Like, that is, I'm sorry, just awful in my opinion. Next up, this is my tried and true. I get a lot of questions about what foundation I use. This stuff is just, I don't think I will ever willingly choose another foundation. I've been using this since my sophomore year of high school. It is a Laura Mercier Silk Cream Oil-Free Photo Edition Foundation. I get the shade Sand Beige. It's just the perfect consistency, the perfect coverage. I'm obsessed. A semi-new discovery that I just found out about this year is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is just the perfect lip shade. I get a lot of questions on what lip colors I use. Lately, if I'm doing my lighter lips, it's Pillow Talk. And I am just obsessed, not only with the color, because the color is perfect, but also just the consistency. Like, it's just perfect. And then I wanted to try another of their Pillow Talk line. This is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in medium. And I thought that'd be interesting just for like a slightly darker color. Oh, wow. Not slightly. This is definitely, it's even showing up a little lighter on camera, but this looks like it can make a statement. So I'll let you guys know how I like that. Keeping with the theme of lips, I love this stuff. I just discovered it this year as well. It is the Buxom Plumping Lip Cream in the shade Dolly. I don't know about the plumping part. I really don't use it for that. But oh my goodness, I just love the color, the consistency. It stays on a long time. It's kind of expensive for lip gloss. Like, I'm used to spending like $2 on lip gloss, but I definitely think it's worth it. Speaking of my mascara, the best one ever. Better Than Sex Too Faced. It's just, I love layering with it, and it creates such thick lashes. And then the last thing I got is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I love this stuff. It's very precise. It stays on all day, as they say. And yeah, this is just a good product. This is where I keep the makeup products I use every day. I know this is so dirty, like it's just covered in makeup, but haven't gotten around to cleaning that. As you can see, this is overflowing. I could barely, gosh, if I take this out, I could barely even fit all of the products that I use on the reg. So I have down here my little makeup stash. Why is this like this? It keeps falling. Of kind of just products that are up on deck next. Like, I have some Becca highlighter, more mascara, primers, powders, just a bunch of products, because there's nothing worse than when you run out and then you simply don't have the product. Like, that cannot happen, especially if you, like, with my job, I don't know, I just need all of the products. So I have to transfer these to this box. And actually, I don't even know if all of this is gonna fit. This is problematic. I obviously need a better storage system than what I'm currently using, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. This is gonna be good enough. And honestly, I feel like I go through so much I feel like I go through so much makeup with my job. Like, I obviously wear it every day and a lot of it. So, there we go. Really? As for what my night has been consisting of, I've just been chilling. Today's a rest day from the gym. I was journaling a little bit, watching some YouTube videos. Sometimes I like show you guys my password. Okay, yeah, I'm watching some YouTube videos right now. I'm in the middle of Brooke Michio's Week in My Life in the City vlog. I love her vlogs. She's also from Long Island, so that's pretty cool when she goes home. You guys know I'm from Long Island, New York. That's my night. And Zach over here fulfilling his video game addiction. He's turned into one of those. Can't believe it. Just saw it right before my very own eyes.
You think I'm addicted? I can't put the sticks down.
You can't put it down. No, I'm obviously kidding. He's not addicted. I just make fun of anyone who, I don't know why I have this hatred of video games, but like, I could cry. Why don't you pick up a novel from the
Clancy Burke
from the Clancy Burke collection?
Because
Exactly.
I don't want to. I'm already smarter than you.
We've got some great books on the shelf over here. Although this one, I can't tell you, and this is when Zach and I first met. This was sitting on my coffee table. We were both just making fun of it. This is one of the worst books I don't even know if I read all of it. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Blank. It just was awful. Good morning, guys. I had all these plans of getting all of these artsy shots of me pouring my tea, pouring my water this morning, but here we are. I've got my tea, I've got my water. In a state of exhaustion, I just went for the gold. Didn't really think twice about getting those shots. I'm just a little bit tired this morning, but gosh, I can't even complain, because one of the reasons I was having such a restless night, I cannot stop thinking about what's happening in Ukraine. And for me to complain about being tired, are you kidding me? Like, no, it doesn't even make sense. The reporters who are covering the war in Ukraine are not getting any sleep at all. Like, I don't know how they're sleeping, because they have to deal with the time difference where they're reporting for American news outlets. For example, they're going live on CNN at 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. or whatever their time slot is, all the regular time slots. Meanwhile, they're going live at 4 a.m. Ukraine time, but they have to be out and about during normal hours in Ukraine to actually get the stories. So there just like truly is no time for sleep, just a couple of hours a night. And oh my gosh, like I can't even imagine. So yeah, needless to say, I have no right to complain at all. And I feel like that's just been like the theme of these past couple of weeks. Anytime I feel like something's going wrong, or I'm like, oh, poor me, poor this, it's like, no. Putting on the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation I talked about yesterday. Do you guys see? It's just such like I think this is what you'd consider a medium coverage, but it's just so like natural. Like, it feels like your skin, but it just gives it such a good like covering and a complexion. I'm obsessed. Dun da da dun! It is our favorite time of the day, talking about the wedding planning process, which has become a nightmare. I want to give a little behind the scenes look at my my little spot over here. This is what it looks like when I'm filming in front of my laptops. Yes, obviously I have two, my personal and then my work. We've got the makeshift tripod, the blanket because I'm always cold, the coffee with the lipstick stain on it. That's just wonderful. It's a mess. It really is. But then again, so is my life. Obviously, I'm kidding, but this whole wedding planning process has not been a fun one. It actually has been fun, and it's been exciting. And for the most part, it's not stressful. Like, I don't find going from vendor to vendor stressful. Like, I don't find any of that to be crazy. It's simply just picking the venue, just because I'm such an indecisive person as is. It is probably my worst quality. Like, I always admire people, especially like my bosses, when I come to with a big decision and they just make the decision right then and there. It's more important to like just make the decision. Oh, okay, I'm talking about in the news industry. I'm not talking about weddings, but it's more important just to like make a quick decision than to be wavering back and forth, and then it's too late. Like, time, you need to like do this speedily. So I always really admire people who can just be so decisive. It's just not me. And so this decision has just about killed me, and it almost made it worse that Zach seriously could have went with anything, which was great. Like, I'd way rather that than he's like, we must get married here, and I hate that. Like, that would have been a nightmare. So I am very lucky for that. But it also just made the process harder, because I'm like, I don't want to make the wrong decision. So I'm an idiot. I just opened my wedding planning book for the first time ever, because I was too stressed to even open the book. Like, I didn't even want to look at the book until I picked a venue. Little did I know, there's a whole section on picking a venue. And I knew there was something like that, but I didn't actually think it was helpful. I'm looking at it, this is pretty helpful. Like, there's some pretty helpful questions I could have written down, like any restrictions on lights or where they can be set up, what will I need to provide for the ceremony, little things like that. The thing that I didn't like when I glanced at it was just like you write down for 2 locations, and I had like 12 swirling in my mind. But ultimately, as you guys may or may not know, I narrowed it down to 3 spaces, and I'm going to be going over why I didn't choose the others and which one we ultimately chose. And I have thought this in my mind. I could either tell you guys the date we're getting married or the place. I don't want to say both for safety reasons, so I'm not going to say the date on here, but I will say it is during the summer months of 2023. So not this coming summer, but next summer. So first, let us go with the view at Mount Adams. This space was beautiful. It was definitely the most elegant, most fancy, most modern. Loved just like the floors, the walls, the ceiling, the bar, like the view, obviously at the view at Mount Adams. It was just so elegant. It was very expensive. This one probably would have been our most expensive venue. It was also very small and a little bit closed off. So you're not in this giant room where everyone can see each other at all times. It's actually closed off where at some tables, they can't even see the dance floor. That's bothersome. And then the thing that I really hated about this, I just hated the ceremony site. It just was not my vibe. I don't know. It just... Oh, and then I was looking at this video, and some people wouldn't even be able to see where we get married because there's like poles in the middle that you just can't help. And then not to mention, it was the smallest space. It would have felt a little bit cramped, I do think. I think the view at Mount Adams is better for people who are having weddings of like, I don't know, 50, 60 people maybe, like that size. And I think we're gonna be somewhere, it's so hard to tell because there's so many people I'm inviting who I know are not gonna come. It's gonna be a destination wedding for them. You know, I have family all over the place in Ireland and New York, and there's no way they're all gonna be able to come. So I don't know, maybe we'll invite like 175, 180, and we'll just see. Play it by ear. So we ultimately ruled out the view at Mount Adams. Next up was Cooper Creek, and this is one that I absolutely fell in love with. I really loved it, and I actually kind of chose Cooper Creek. I had it in my mind, it was gonna be this. Then one thing that was getting in my head was that it was a little bit farther away from the airport for people. And then for people who are coming into town, it stunk that they'd be staying not downtown maybe. They'd maybe be staying closer to the venue, and that's not really as much of a poppin' area. And it would be nice for my guests to be able to stay in downtown Cincinnati. So that was a big reason. But then also another big thing is that this is a golf course, like a golf club? Yeah, golf club. So it's actually not private. Like you could get married outside if you choose that location, and there could be people golfing right next to you, and that feels a little bit odd. And then not to mention throughout the day, people could be coming in and out of like the space just because it's a public space. And I just loved the idea of having a private wedding for just me and my family and friends, like no one else. And that was one of the reasons we ruled out that other place, the Manor House. It was beautiful, but there could have been 3 weddings going on at once, which is crazy. So that brings me to the wedding venue we chose, Drees Pavilion in Covington, Kentucky. This is gonna be crazy for my guests who are out of town when they see an invitation in the mail that says Kentucky. I will have to tell them the reason I picked this venue, it is the closest one to, I mean, this isn't the only reason I picked the venue, but it's the closest one to the airport, okay? Like it's going to be the most convenient for them. That was a huge, I mean, that's one of the biggest factors as to why I picked it. Like, I just really want my guests to have as good of a time as possible and as convenient of a time as possible. Drees Pavilion is less than 10 minutes from downtown. Like, it's 5 minutes from downtown. You can see downtown from Drees Pavilion. I mean, the view is unmatched. It is beautiful. The views from Kentucky are way better than the views from Cincinnati because in Kentucky, you could actually see the Cincinnati skyline. So this place is beautiful. It's super remote, super private. My one hang up is the inside is not as modern as I might have liked, and the carpet I'm not gonna lie, I hate the carpet. But then I realized those are such minor details. At the end of the day, you could throw me and my family and friends into like a shack, a big shack, you know, we want to have room, and we'll have a great time. And so I'm like, you know what, like the location is perfect, the view is great, people can have like the cocktail party outside if it's a nice day. I'm hoping it's a nice day. And it just seems like the space where people would have the best time, and I could really just see us getting married there. And now that I made this decision, I'm so excited and so happy. And not gonna lie, like I have to say, ultimately another big thing was I thought this was gonna be the least expensive venue. And it might be, but I'm just finding that little costs add up, like here and there. Where do I want to pay an extra $10 for chairs? Like you could do like the disgusting auditorium chairs for free, or you do an upgrade. I don't remember how much the upgrade is, but it's like per chair. It's a lot of money. And that's where things are adding up, and that's where I'm getting a little bit stressed, but I'm so excited. I really am. And this is gonna be the spot. And now it's time to just like make it come to life. Like, do I want to add decor and lighting and a photo booth, like just different things like that? I'm super, super excited to start planning this thing. And yes, I say because I'm not doing a wedding planner. I might do a whole separate thing on that, but yeah, I'm doing this thing on my own. Doing it on my own. Tell me why, in your words, do you think this is the perfect venue?
I don't think we saw one that we thought was the perfect venue, but this one was the most perfect venue.
Exactly. We're trying to be positive.
I know, but we're just being honest.
Yeah.
I don't think we walked in anywhere and thought like, this is where we have to get married. Some people are like, when you know, you know. I don't think like.
But I also don't think it needs to be that serious. It's just a day, right? Like, I think that's great if people have that experience, but at the end of the day, like, we're gonna be fine no matter what.
Well, yeah, I think most people, I don't want to say this in a rude way, I think most people, like, try to give themselves that feeling. I think most people are like, I want to fall in love with the place, so then I can go around and brag to, like, my friends how, like, I think it's more of I don't know, to feel like I would ever be falling in love with a place that we'd get married is abstract. I don't know if that's the right word to me. Like, it's just not something that ever would have happened.
Foreign, yeah.
But no, this one was by far the best because we want to have our wedding and reception in the same place, and this has options to do it inside and outside. So if we have good weather, then we can do it outside. If we have bad weather, we can do it inside. Plenty of space. It's probably even going to be bigger than what we need for how many people we're going to have. Got the best view of the city. It's really nice up there. Plenty of parking. We don't have to share it with like people golfing or another wedding. And not to say that's a bad thing if that's what you did, but for us, just there's a venue that you'd have to share with maybe other weddings.
I wasn't even like that concerned because I just wasn't even thinking. On that tour, you were so concerned. You just kept being like, wait, other weddings are going to happen?
This didn't make sense.
Yeah, like, I mean, now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah. I didn't even tell you. Did you know that our wedding venue was recently featured on a Netflix show? It was the first episode. I'm going to put the name here because I'm going to butcher it. It's like something like Saying I Do. And Dree's Pavilion is in the first episode. So go and watch it if you want. I kind of just like, I'm not going to lie, like I fast forwarded through it because I mean, that sounds mean, but I just really didn't care to watch the full thing. I just wanted to see my venue and how they decorated it. I will say if you watch it, our wedding will not look like that. They probably spent like, I don't know, $100,000 in decorations and all of that. So ours will not look like that. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Wow. Maybe Netflix will come and videotape ours.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, I'm too lazy to get my vlog camera, which is approximately 10 feet away, but I need you guys to know, Joe Millionaire, best dating show ever. We just watched the season finale. Not gonna give any spoilers, but you even were hooked.
Oh, I was against it. I will admit, because I can admit when I'm wrong, unlike some people.
It's a little close to home.
Yeah, long story, YouTube. We will not get into that tonight.
We might have gotten in a little disagreement.
We're recovering ourselves.
We're still not even recovering.
These are nervous laughs from us. But I was against the idea of watching it because I thought the previews looked silly, but then Clancy's mom said she liked it and we gave it a try, and it is a 10 out of 10. And while Clancy loves to say I'm a Bachelor fiend, I will not say I am anymore because I don't like it that much, but this is
yeah, you still watch.
Okay, but this Joe Millionaire was much better than The Bachelor.
And the ending like made it all worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you were always a Steven fan, and I was always a Kurt fan. And
yes.
I really liked how this ended.
Yeah, I was gonna. The only reason I started interrupting you because I was like, "Don't give it away." But yeah, because anything we say would give it away. But man,
no,
that was good.
My guy Kurt. Call me Kurt. I want to be friends with you too.
Oh my God,
Me
no.
and Steven can be besties.
I'm way into Steven, but
Take
in
it
a
easy.
platonic way.
Maybe that's why we were fighting. Jesus.
Good morning and a happy Friday. I am so excited it's Friday, even though it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning. And would you look at that? I've already managed to embarrass myself on TV, but we're not surprised.
6:36 this morning. Tomorrow is a big day in Cincinnati. The St. Patrick's Day Parade is back after COVID canceled it for 2 years.
Local 12's Clancy Burke, our favorite Irish girl, is live outside Paul Brown Stadium with a preview. Morning, Clancy.
Top of the morning to you, Sheila. That was awful. That was even worse than I could have imagined. And my dad is from Ireland, so he would be disgraced. Luckily, don't think he's watching right now, but can you tell I'm excited for the parade? I mean, it is a long time coming. It's going to be a little bit cold, and normally I feel like that might keep people away, but this is the Irish we're talking about. I mean, we party in rain, shine, sleet, or snow, and we're going to be partying tomorrow. I will stand by it, though. I will die by my sword. Is that a saying? I think it is. That the Irish accent is so freaking hard to imitate. Like Australian, I feel like has like it's easier. English is so easy, but Irish, like I don't know. And my dad, he mumbles, so it's like I can't even like pick it up because a lot of people have asked me why I don't have an Irish accent if my dad is from Ireland, but I mean, my dad's just one human in my life. Every other human I grew up with was speaking, Long Island, the Long Island accent. I do get a lot of questions when I meet people and I say I'm from Long Island and they ask why I don't have an accent. And I'm like, that was very intentional. If you go back on any of my old YouTube videos from high school, oh my goodness, it's insane the way I used to sound. And it pops out every once in a while. Like, it's not entirely controlled, but someone gave me advice in college that I should drop my Long Island accent because it's just not good for on air. I mean, I'm not going to arrive in the middle of Dayton, Ohio, like talking like Long Island. Like, that's just, I can't even do like a Long Island accent anymore. But anyway, I have just a couple more live shots here, and then I'm on to my next shoot of the morning. I think I'm going to a new steakhouse.
A new steakhouse is now open at the Liberty Center, but the owners say it's a little bit different than you might expect.
Yeah, Local 12's Clancy Burke is there right now. It's the son of a butcher steakhouse, as she has a look around. Good morning, Clancy.
John, I have been to many steakhouses in my day, but I have never been to a steakhouse that looks anything like this. Exhibit A, we've got a bathtub. Just as soon as you walk in, you see a bathtub. And then not only that, check out some of this artwork. You might find it is very familiar to you, and that's because we actually have the same ownership as Agave and Rye. And I'm getting all kinds of vibes in here. I mean, there's so much creativity, the atmosphere, the vibes, and of course, we have got plenty of drinks.
It's official. I am off the clock. The weekend has begun. I'm about to kick it off by going grocery shopping, which, fun fact, before I met Zach, I would go grocery shopping every single Friday after work because I really didn't have much of a social life. Like, that was my big Friday activity. Yeah, I went out with friends sometimes, but a lot of the time, I really just chilled on the weekends alone, and I loved it. But then once I started dating Zach, like, I couldn't do that on Fridays anymore because we'd be hanging out. But I'm bringing back my roots because Sunday grocery shopping is like the worst thing in the whole world. And this weekend in particular, we are doing the whole time change thing, which is wonderful. I need the sun. It's been so depressing with the sun setting so early. But the big thing is you lose an hour of sleep for this one, which sucks. And especially, like, I feel like I need all the sleep I can get. So that's the sacrifice that we are going to be making. And I am just so freaking excited for the warmer weather, and I'm really excited because, guys, next week I go on a staycation. And when I say staycation, I don't mean like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not staying at a hotel in Cincinnati or anything like that. Like, I'm truly just taking time off work and sitting in this apartment, which I'll get to in the next vlog about this whole situation. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great, why I'm doing it, all of that. I'll get to you next vlog. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and turn the bells on so you know when I post. But for now, I think I'm going to end this vlog. I feel like it's gotten a little bit long. I don't know how these vlogs they've been turning into like monsters lately. But I hope you enjoy. It's like a TV show. Maybe a movie. A short movie. Okay, bye.
All the way from Long Island, now happy in Ohio. She has the most amazing chocolate oatmeal recipe I know. Hey, that's Clancy Burke. Yeah, you heard it here first. Up and at 'em at 2 in the morning for the Cincinnati News reporting. Behind the scenes from work, here's Clancy Burke.